Hello, this is Eddie El Gato. We're doing In the Beginning Legends Talk. And we had talked to Brad Bowman, talked to Christian Asoy. We've talked with Salva, and now we're going to be connecting with David Hackett. And I'm doing these just because we are seeing history being made with the Olympics in skateboarding, but history was made 43 years ago in the first bowl contests that were taking place. So I'm going to send Hackett a request. We're going to go live with David Hackett, and he's going to pop on. And I can't wait to kind of see. I'm loving all the different perspectives of everyone. Oh, there he is.
Hey
David,
Eddie,
going.
how you doing, buddy?
So you were able to do it. You were able to figure it out.
Yeah,
Sweet,
a little bit.
sweet.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've caught any of the other ones. So we've talked to Brad. We've talked to
I just saw the last like 10 minutes of Salva. It was awesome.
yeah. So
Yeah,
we're just, it's cool because we're just, just talking history and our stories and kind of just memory, because of the thing is history's being made. History was made with guys and so many other people. We're just going to talk about, start off, um, like with Sal, I started off with Spring Valley, that first contest in the series. Do you have something that's kind of
you
echoey?
know you're breaking up. I can barely hear you. It's like every other word I can hear. So I don't know what's going on with that.
Do you have good service?
Do I have what?
Good service. I just
Yeah,
want.
I've got great service here.
Yeah.
Awesome wireless.
Okay, right now it's doing good. I think.
Is it? Yeah. See, I just didn't hear that last two words. What did you say?
No, I was just saying that with the Olympics making history, history was made 43 years. And with Sal,
Absolutely.
started talking about the first contest, Spring Valley. Now, I know you didn't enter the first couple contests, but then you entered in. Um, could you tell me kind of as you saw those contests, maybe why you did and what made you?
Yeah, I mean that's one of my biggest regrets in my skateboarding career was not being in that Spring Valley contest. There was actually another pool contest that came before that, but didn't have as much clout, and it wasn't organized by Henry Hester as part of the Hester series. But the
Was that
reason I wasn't in that is,
wait, going back? So was that the one at Concrete Wave?
yep,
I have
exactly.
the results. I have that here. So talk
So I
about.
mean, technically, if you're a skater, that that's, but Spring Valley, it's like a lot of the moves in skateboarding. Somebody did it first, but it was technically published in Skateboarder magazine, so that's when it happened first. So I mean, there's all different kinds of stories
Yeah.
and opinions, right? But going back to Spring Valley, the reason I wasn't there is I was in England.
Hmm.
So, I saw a chance to make money and a lot of money at that time. I mean, we were all, despite what our parents and authorities and our teachers and everybody else was telling us, I mean, these kids nowadays that are in the Olympics, they've had supportive parents and teachers and everybody supporting their dream to be a professional skateboarder. We didn't have any of that. We had to forge ahead and have the vision
Yeah.
that skateboarding is going to be something someday. But more than that, we did it because it was in our blood.
We loved
That
it.
that was our passion, and we were going to do it no matter what. So the answer to your question, yeah, I wish I wasn't at Spring Valley contest. I think I could have done pretty well in it. I had already been blasting some big airs on suspenders, my Velcro harness board,
Oh, I
and I
remember.
I
Remember,
probably would have used that at Spring Valley.
I remember your brother had the cover of Skateboarder doing those.
No, my cover of Skateboarder, I was doing a frontside ollie off the hip out of the deep end in the Marina Dog Bowl into the shallow end.
No,
But
no,
I
no.
did get a suspender air photo.
Your brothers had the suspenders in the cover.
Yeah, my brother got a suspender skateboarder cover.
Yeah.
I got a skateboard world cover, doing a suspender air back in '77. It's up there somewhere.
Which one is it? Because I have.
It's that one actually.
Okay. Oh yeah. I think I might have that one. Let me
So
see.
that's actually like about a 5-foot air out of the second bowl of Reseda.
Okay.
All right. So, but you know, and I won the U.S. Open in Florida using those suspenders because back then nobody had really done any airs that were any higher than, you know, 6 inches, a foot, sometimes 2 feet. George Orton was blasting 2-foot airs back then, you know, but Alva's airs weren't that high in the beginning, you know. So when I got on those suspenders, I could blast like 4 or 5-foot airs. That was
Now,
pretty huge.
did anybody like, oh, that's cheating? No, that's cheaty, or like
Well,
that?
I mean, is it cheating if you're wearing bindings on your snowboard?
I'm just saying. I'm just asking questions because
Yeah. Oh no, hey, you know, I mean, for the purist, yeah, it's cheating, man. But for me, I didn't care. I wanted to blast huge air, and I
yeah,
did,
cool.
you know. And I think when that picture came out, I got a picture in Skateboarder magazine doing like a 4 or 5-foot air out of the second bowl of Reseda. I think Jim Goodrich took that shot, blew a lot of people's minds, you know.
Yeah.
So people still tell me that to this day, you know, and I'm 60 years old. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I did that when I was 17.
Wow. Yeah, it's a long time ago. It's 43 years. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then the couple contests, when you were in England, did you hear about them going on? Because like for me as a kid, I didn't get to see it until the magazine like 3 months later or whatever. So in England,
No, I had no idea. I had no idea what was going on for a couple of reasons. One, I was extremely stoned. Two, just being honest.
yeah.
We were in our own little world, you know. We were building skateboard parks. We were just ripping around England, you know. I was with Jay Adams and Kent Senator and Bobby Piercy and Jerry Valdez and a couple other guys, Bobby Boyden, and we had a good trip there. I mean, you know, we were making a lot of money, so that was the decision. Was listen, we want to make money and support our professional skateboarding career. And I got an offer to go there and make all this money. Of course I'm going to go. Or I could stay behind and maybe win $300. You know what I mean? Like, and well, granted, you know, be part of the historical story of skateboarding's first competitive ventures, you know, which is huge. Yeah. I wish I went in every Hester contest. I didn't. Yeah. You know, and it wasn't by my choice. It was because I simply didn't have a ride most of the time. My parents never saw me skateboard. In fact, they grounded me from skateboarding because I would come home hurt all the time. You know, that's it. You know, they take my board away. One time my dad sawed my board in half. I came home with a broken arm. Sawed my board in half and said, "You're grounded for life. You're never riding that board again. It's over."
Now, as I was kind of looking through the magazines, I kind of didn't see. I wasn't sure. What was your very first contest that you remember? Because as I'm looking through the magazines, Hester Series 1 ended at Big O, and then there was a few contests. So the next, I think, just outside of the Hester Series was the Oasis, and I saw that you got.
Well, I started competing. I mean, I love competing. I live for that. Okay, so I mean that's in my blood, and my first contest was the 1975 Hang Ten World Championships.
No, but I mean about the bowl contest.
Oh, bowl contest. Yeah. My first bowl contest. I don't even know which one. I don't even know.
Well, that's why I'm kind of saying here, just kind of by looking through the magazines, that I don't know. But the Oasis Pro, it looks like.
Yeah, I think it was the Oasis Pro.
So that was the first Hester Series 1. So I'm thinking probably if you got third there, if you would have entered some of the Hester Series, you could have probably did pretty good.
No, I won the Oasis contest.
Oh yeah. No, it was it's the one in Winchester. You got third.
Winchester. Yeah, I got third place.
And we'll talk
Winchester.
And we'll talk about Marina in a second too. So no, yeah, you won that contest, and you're probably thinking, or if you would have been in some of the Hester Series,
Yeah, I thought shit, you know, I mean, look, at Oasis, I won Oasis. Dave Andrick got second. That's pretty huge to beat Andrick, and he was a hot and upcoming guy who was blasting. Thanks, dude.
We got
There you
there.
go. There's the winning run shot, right? But you know, and I think Salba got third and Pineapple got fourth. That's a pretty good company to be with, you know. All those guys rip.
So it was you, Andrick, Saladino, Pineapple, and then Salba. And
No, Salba got third, didn't he?
then it's Martinez.
What? Pineapple got third?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Salba got third.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah, and then I remember we had what was called an obstacle course race, and it was like a thing where you pass a baton. That could be an Olympic event, right?
Yeah.
Because they have that in track and field. You know, you have a baton, you're going around the track, and you got to pass it to your teammate. You know, we did the same thing at the Oasis Park, and it was me, Dennis Martinez, and Steve Shishler, and we ended up winning that with the fastest time. See, in my mind, I'm kind of bummed on the Olympics because I think it's a great thing overall, and I'm really stoked for all the athletes and all the skaters. A lot of them are my friends, but I'm not stoked on the events that they chose. I think the events should be like bank slalom and downhill and, you know, maybe high jump or, you know, things that are measurable by a measuring stick or a speed gun or something. This judged events, I don't think are fair. They never end up being fair.
Yeah, but that's the part of the skating and the type of skating that we do. I
But
think
who's judging the men's park today?
yeah, I don't know.
Some Olympic officials?
Yeah. No.
I mean, Dave Duncan, who is the voice of skateboarding, posted just a few hours ago, hey, check this out. And it was a statement from the Olympic Committee about some of the moves to be looking for. This went out to the judges. And they're saying, it's so cornball when you read it. You can't even believe it. It's like, really? These people need to be educated on what an alley-oop is or a hand plant or a grind?
Well,
That's absurd.
It's on the world stage, so people don't know what a grind is.
I understand that, but the people that are reading that, the judges or whoever that went out to, it's for them to understand it. You know, I mean, you and I should be judging this stuff.
From the industry, and I think they know what's going on.
Let's hope so, man, because
about the contest. Then so
listen, when a spectator watches two racers go down a hill, whether they're on skis or a bicycle or a motorcycle, it's pretty clear who went over the finish line first and who won. And it's really cool if somebody crashes but doesn't get hurt.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
But I think too with skating and the different, it's the techiness of seeing something that's, you know what, even though you don't do it, it's a lot more exciting to see somebody get aired and see somebody flip the board. It's then racing, and it's not taking anything away from racing or slalom or anything like that. But I think that this type of skating kind of opens the door for people to see.
Well, I mean, street was so overly promoted that's why it's so big. But as a spectator sport, I think watching street is about as fun as watching paint dry. I mean, it's not exciting.
I like the park.
The park skating is off the hook. That's amazing.
I can't wait for tonight, the guys.
I can't either, but I'm not even really sure if I'm going to be able to watch it. I don't really have, I don't subscribe to regular TV.
Just get the Olympic NBC Olympic app. That's what I do, and that's
NBC. Yeah, because I'd like to see that. I mean, I've ridden with almost all of those guys. Jimena, Tristan, Corey, Pedro, all those guys. So, and they all rule. They rip, man. It's gonna be gnarly.
So let's come back. So Oasis now. You're taking us off track. No, but you were saying that I thought, oh, this could be kind of cool now that they're making pump tracks. You know how they have pump tracks and then
I
like
love pump tracks.
on a pump
Yeah.
track?
Yeah.
That would be kind of fun.
That could be a huge event.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna have there's a new park down the street from my house in La Quinta that's being built 10 minutes away, and it's gonna have a pump track, and so I want to do an Elgato Classic at the beginning of next year.
Nice.
Maybe we'll do something like that. Do a
That
little.
sounds fun. That'd be great.
I mean, even if you don't skate a lot, you can still do the pump track. You can
Pretty
still.
much. Yeah.
Oh, Cab says, "Hey, David, guys. Hey, what's up, Cab?
Hey, Cab. How you doing, buddy? Miss you. Love you.
Can't wait to talk to you at 3 o'clock. Cab's gonna be."
Hey,
But-
so anyway, I think what I was getting at with the Oasis thing was, you know, the Hester series was a whole series of contests,
Yeah.
but then you also had one-off contests like the Winchester Open or the Marina del Rey, you know, Gyro Dog Bowl Pro.
Yeah.
Those were separate contests that were different, that offered more money but no points
Yeah.
toward the Hester series
Yeah.
overall championship.
Well, that's kind of. I have the list here of the Marina Dog Bowl Pro, and it was in between Hester Series 1 and 2, like I said, one-off contest. And I think there was like 60 to 70 guys that entered. Every yeah.
Oh, because you froze there for a second. Could be my internet. So 60 or 70 guys in what?
And then, guys like Jimmy Plummer, Shogo,
Yeah.
Bill on, you, Tony Alva, Eric and Polar Bear. I mean, all these guys that, the who's who of skateboarding back. And I entered as an amateur, and I was just kind of putting it out, and it was definitely intimidating at all my heroes. But you did real good there. You got third place. But within that contest, so you got first. You hit first at Oasis.
Yeah.
And then that was the next contest. Was it the next contest?
At Oasis, first in the half pipe and first in the pool.
Well, it didn't say.
Well, they combined your totals of both events.
Oh, okay, because in the magazine I wasn't sure, because I did see half pipe in there, and I said, but it didn't really say. So, but you did get first in both. That combined.
Yeah, but
All
going into the finals, in Oasis, Andrick and I were tied, and then so they had to look back at some previous score sheets or something like that, and he fell a couple of times, so he's had lower scores, so that's how I won. When you fall in a contest, that really not only breaks up your run, but it also doesn't look very good from a judging standpoint. Even if you're not doing the most incredible moves, if you stay on your board and you've got good speed and you're looking good, you got style and all that, you don't have to necessarily have mind-blowing tricks. You know what I mean? And you can do well in a contest. So I always focused on staying on the board, going fast. And I'm a surf skater.
Yeah.
I wasn't a trick skater. Remember when we did that, the first action sports TV show, Hot Shots?
Yeah.
You had a big part in that. And I remember you talking about, surf skating generation, like, Tony Alva and David Hackett and Jay and all those guys are different. I'm trick skating. It's different. And that's what I'm bringing in. And you were the Gold Cup Series champion at the time. And that was huge because I don't think people really got the difference of the eras and, surf skating compared to trick skating. It was two different things, And
that's in Salvo we're talking about. Because I lived up in Lake Tahoe, and he was from the Bay. We weren't by the ocean. We weren't surfers. And so coming into an industry, basically surfing.
Well, skateboarding was born from surfing.
Yes, and I wasn't a surfer, so it's kind of like, well, what can I contribute, or what can I do to maybe? And so that's kind of I got into, starting to do tricks is because like, well, maybe I can do some tricks to be different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's amazing how it all unfolded, and you know your career is absolutely remarkable, and I love it. It's incredible, and each one of us has a really cool little niche or edge or you know style or something that we brought to the industry and to competitive skateboarding and to free skateboarding and everything else. When you look at it, you know, everyone has contributed something, whether it's the invention of a trick like you and Tony Hawk and all that. I mean, I've never really invented a trick, you know, but you know, my contribution has always been more towards style and having fun and, you know,
Hey,
stuff like that.
guy here, he says you should skate my pool. So private message me and let me know where your pool's at.
Where did you see that?
It's in the comments. Do you see the comment?
Oh, I haven't been reading those.
Okay.
I
But so,
can barely see that.
so then after the Marina Dogbowl Pro, it was like there seems like there was that was a defining moment where like now it's a shifting of the guards. Most of those guys they didn't even compete again, and then the Hester Series 2 kind of came about, and you stayed in and you got third place at the Winchester one, right?
Yeah, that was a hard contest because first of all, the pool was like 14 feet deep, and I didn't really have a lot of tricks. I mean, I could do probably the hardest tricks I could do were an invert and a rock and roll. You know, that was about it. But I stayed on my board, and you know, I ended up getting third place. I think Stropel got second place. And who won that? Was it Tim Marting or
Peter Gifford?
Oh, Gifford, the Flying Kiwi.
Yeah. So Peter Gifford, and then Stropel, you, and then Mickey.
Mickey, yeah, that was right before he started really coming on.
And then Stacy, and I think that was probably his last contest because I entered the next Hester series, and he didn't enter. I don't think any of the ones after that. So that was
Stacy got fifth in that.
Yeah.
No, I mean the Dog Bowl Pro. It not only was it a career ender for a lot of guys, but it was also kind of billed as Dogtown versus down south. Finally, we're gonna have it out in the pool. Who's the best pool rider, you know?
Oh wow.
So that was a big deal. And the fact that I got third, I was the highest placing local, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, like Alva didn't even I don't even think he made the top 10, or maybe he got ninth or something. Jay didn't even make finals, you know? And the thing that's so sad is that Polar Bear ruled that pool.
Yeah.
And he qualified first.
Yeah.
Going into the finals the next day. And so that night he partied like an animal. And the next day he couldn't even skate, you know.
I remember doing the ollies over the hip, board slides all the way into
the way around. Just crazy.
And the first day, yeah, he was like, dude, this guy is on fire. Like
he was unbelievable. He killed that pool.
So here's the results. So Andrick got first.
Oh, so I beat Andrick at his park. He came up and beat me at my park.
Oh.
Because I got first at Oasis, which was his park, right? Yeah. And then he beat me at Marina Del Rey, which he barely even rode that pool. That just goes to show you how good Andrick was. Yeah. And he had, you know, he was doing huge backside air to axle stall. Dropping back in and all kinds of stuff, man. Andrick was awesome. He was a powerhouse.
He's amazing. And so we have So then when after that, after the Winchester Hester series, did you enter some more of the Hester series that year? Because that's when I came in.
Oh, I entered Newark.
Well, that was Hester Series 1. So that was probably your first contest.
Maybe. I think it was. Yeah, because I was riding for Alva then.
Is that when Bobby Valdez did the invert?
Yes.
So then that's when.
And Blackheart did the roll-in. Frontside. Oh, my God. That was almost as gnarly as the invert. In fact, it could have been gnarlier.
Probably.
At high speed, frontside roll-in over that coping at Newark was crazy.
Was it gnarly coping? I never skated.
Gnarly coping because it wasn't real pool coping and it wasn't metal. It was formed, I think it was formed concrete as part of the wall of the pool.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really difficult, you know. And then I used to ride doubles too, sometimes with Olson. I remember TA and Jay rode doubles in that, which was really bitching to watch.
Mm.
But
And so,
I messed up at that Newark contest because what I did was Kryptonics came out with that crypto stick, that foam filled skateboard
yeah.
with the urethane rim all the way around it. And D. David Morin was one of their reps, and he was handing out boards at that contest. And I wanted one of those boards. And he said, okay, you can have one, but you got to ride it in the contest.
Oh, man.
And like the stupid little whore that I am, I said, sure. Which was the stupidest thing I could have ever done because I had my board wired, right? Took off my trucks and wheels, threw them on that crypto board, and didn't even make the cut.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so I blew it. But I learned a very important lesson at that time, which was never change what's working.
Oh, I know. Especially
Ever.
for a contest.
Oh, especially at a contest. Come on.
And it's not even a wood board.
Yeah, yeah. So, but you live and learn. But you know what? Jim Muir did the same thing. Here's Jim Muir riding there you go.
The crypto
But
board.
yeah, he's on a crypto board.
Yeah.
The Dogtown Original on a crypto board. He did the same thing. See?
So he got the board that
Yeah.
day too?
Yeah.
He put, yeah. So, wow.
Put Dogtown stickers on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's the only contest I didn't make the finals.
Mm,
The only
wow.
one in my life.
So then so did you enter in, what was kind of more of your last contests? Because you didn't enter into the Gold Cup, did you?
No, none of those.
So then right before that was the Hester series. There's like Boulder and Del Mar.
I went to Boulder.
Okay.
I almost broke my ankle at Boulder and I had to leave.
Oh, wow.
That was the day before the contest. I was with Olson. I flew out there. He was supposed to room with Orton. He didn't really like to hang out with Orton that much. So him and I got a room. I ended up getting sick out there. And I remember, oh, this was so bad, dude. I was so sick and I had like food poisoning. We went somewhere. All of a sudden, I just like lost it. And there I was in a Denny's trying to clean myself up. It was disgusting. And then that was 2 days before the contest. And the next day, I go to the contest. We're the pool. We're practicing in the pool. I did a layback, and it was too hard on the reentry, and almost snapped my ankle and tweaked it so bad I couldn't even walk. So I flew home that night. I was over it. I was just like, damn it, you know. So that sucked. So
then,
and what other contests were there?
The next one after that would have been the Del Mar, and the half pipe. They had the pool, and then no,
I didn't even make it to that. What year was that?
That was 1979. So that was, and then after that was the Whittier contest.
Yeah, I pretty much after Boulder, I
Pretty
saw guys like you and Malba and Andrick and a bunch of other guys getting so bio and technically gnarly with the tricks that I didn't feel like I could compete and be competitive in, you know, and podium.
Yeah.
You know, so I just kind of I just didn't want to do it anymore. I mean, I focused on other things, and I really started, my heart in skateboarding really isn't in the pool. It's really on the road. I'm really a racer. I mean, I'm a surf skater, yeah, to the core, but I grew up in Malibu on these hills that I bombed every day for 10 solid years. So it was very easy for me. My first contest was at 1975 Hang 10 World Championships. I won the slalom, you know, easily. It was a joke. They had a little wooden ramp, and I was like, that's not a hill. What the hell, you know? So I've won 3 world titles in slalom racing, and I love racing, man. I just love it.
I agree with you. I think that could be like in the Olympics as well, because it's a form thing. But at the same time, I think it's all, and maybe they'll begin to add vert. Maybe they'll be add some other things.
Yeah, I mean, I always grew up and held my skateboarding career and myself as an all-around skateboarder.
Yeah.
Meaning that I rode street, freestyle, slalom, pools, parks, bowls, schools, pipes, everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to ride one thing and be like a one disciplined pony,
Yeah.
that's not me. I mean, if you saw my quiver, even to this day, I have a quiver of 25 setup boards. Every single board is for a different thing.
Wow.
You know, I have a board specifically to ride small pools, tight small pools. I have a board that I only ride giant pipes with. It's my giant pipe. I have a board that's only for giant slalom, where you're going 40 to 50 miles an hour and you're going around cones that are 100, 200 feet apart. I have another board that's specifically for tight slalom, where the cones are set 6 feet apart in a straight line. Yeah, just blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Somehow, I don't know how, I'm good at that one discipline, really good at that one discipline. So, you know, I've won a lot of those tight slalom events. I have no idea why.
I was in Sweden 2 summers ago, and they had a bank slalom course, and it was fun.
Oh, yeah. I love bank slalom.
Yeah.
I've won a couple of those. Those are bitching, you know. I won the Bear, which is the biggest bank slalom race in the world.
And where's that at?
It's in Albuquerque, New Mexico, God's land of ditches.
So was it in a ditch? Yeah.
It was in the biggest ditch in the world, 40-foot walls.
Wow.
The whole course is only 6 cones.
Was it smooth?
No.
Rough.
And it's kinked at the bottom. So you start, they have like a wood starting ramp, and then you drop into the wall 40 feet, and then you hit the kink. I have a specific board just for that event. It's 44 inches long, and it flexes and absorbs that jolt. So when I pushed all the way to the bottom, put my foot on, right? I push Mongo. So FO to all of you that don't cross push. I do. Anyway, I put my foot on, went around the first cone, got to the 6th cone, and won it. Took home the money, man. It was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Hey, well, thank you. I know that you live on the East Coast now and enjoying it, loving life out there.
I love it here. It's awesome. I have a skate park 5 minutes from me with a 9-foot deep triple bowled pool.
Oh, really?
Real pool coping. It is epic.
So anybody want to go out and visit him?
Anytime. And if anybody's listening, or all my buddies out there in California,
yeah,
come on out here and experience what America is like still.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to come out to the El Gato Classic if I do it again.
If I don't have to wear a mask, I'll be there.
No, we won't. It'll be good.
I'm not getting no jab either.
Well, all right. Hey, it was good talking to you. And
I love you, buddy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Right. Give Donna my love, and keep skating, keep ripping.
All right. Sure will. Talk to you later.
Love you, buddy. Bye.
Hey, those of you that are on, we're going to come at 3 o'clock and talk to Steve Caballero. And then after that, 4 o'clock, Steve Olson, right before the park goes on. And we'll talk soon.
Nice. Later, bro.
Later.
I don't know how to turn this off.